go on to Dak Prescott. We're going to stick with the gray banner here. We got Dak Prescott for quarterback. I think you got to start Dak Prescott. If we're saying to sit the Raiders defense, I think you can say you're going to start the Cowboys offense. So the Cowboys offense goes through Dak Prescott, and so I think you got to start him 100%.
Yeah, I think they always give out the Turkey Day, game day legs or whatever. Whoever the player of the game was, they get the turkey legs. I'm thinking it's going to be Dak. That would be my pick this week. I think, like I said, Cowboys, get right game here. At home, it's a short week for the Raiders. Cowboys, sign me up all day. They're at home. I do like Dak Prescott in this one. It's like, and I said it on the waiver wire episode. It's just crazy, fantasy football. Money matchup. Maybe not money matchup, but in a game script where the highest over-under of the week last week against the Chiefs, they were trailing most of the game. I know Amari Cooper was out because of COVID. CeeDee Lamb left because of concussion, but it's just like, Dak got you, 1 point, 2 points? So it's just one of those things that happen. Dak has 30-point upside at any given week. So, yeah, definitely not sitting him.
Yeah, 100%. Start Dak Prescott. Let's go to Ezekiell Elliot.
Yeah, Ezekiel is no one.
He's equal to nobody. I told you this. I was kind of excited because I started Tony Pollard in a pinch last week, and then I was like, Zeke's out. Okay. I wasn't hoping it was a season ending or something like that, but I was just like, oh, this is kind of convenient.
Yeah.
But Zeke, I think you're starting him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's crazy. Just, back in week 1, he got you 6 points, and everyone was panicking, like, Zeke's washed up, Zeke's done, yada, yada. And it's like the first week against the defending Super Bowl champs who have the best run defense, or one of the best run defenses in the league, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do. But, after that, 10 or more points every single week. I mean, is he Christian McCaffrey? Is he, these top-tier guys? Is he Austin Eckler? Is he Jonathan Taylor right now? No. But is Zeke still a top 10 running back in the league? 1,000%. So,
yeah,
definitely like Ezekiel Elliott this week. Expect him to
eat
it up on Turkey Day, baby.
Gross. Let's go on to Tony Pollard. What do you do with Tony Pollard? Would you start him?
I would not.
I'm okay, yeah.
So I have Zeke I'm in 6 leagues. I have Zeke in 5 leagues, and I've just made it an emphasis. I think I said it.
I would not.
Past 2. Go out and get your handcuffs. I think it's handcuff season. I'm not trying to get cute anymore and stash these guys like AP. I'm not trying to stash these guys like Tevin Coleman. I don't know. I know Michael Carter got hurt, but it's like go out and give him my handcuffs, because if something happens to Zeke, like you said, he got banged up, had to leave the game, I want to have his backup. If Darrell Henderson gets banged up, I want to have Sony Michel. If Dalvin Cook gets banged up, I want to have Alexander Madison. So I'm not hyped to get Tony Pollard into my lineup, but he's definitely a guy that needs to be rostered in 100% of leagues, because if anything happened to Zeke, he would be a top 5 running back probably with the workload. He would see him one of the better offenses in the NFL. And then if I do have Zeke, I definitely want to make an emphasis to get him on my team, even if I have to make a trade somehow to potentially get him. We're in a dynasty league, and, I had Zeke, and I had to pull a trade to go get Pollard, because I'm just like, hey, going forward, I just want to make sure I have my handcuff for Zeke in this Dallas Cowboys offense.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. Grab Tony Pollard if you have him. I think you would sit him. Even in the flex position, I would probably sit Tony Pollard, unless you're in like a real bad spot.
Yeah.
But okay. Let's move on to the wide receiver position. We got Amari Cooper, who should be out this week. So, you're going to sit him, obviously?
Yeah, so he's out. I think I was looking at the report. So, he tested for COVID, I think it was like Thursday or Friday or something like that. So, he's unvaccinated, which means that he has to automatically sit out for 10 days. So, he'll miss this game as well. So, it's unfortunate for the Cowboys offense, and it's unfortunate for the Amari Cooper owners as well. But he should be back next week. They do play next Thursday as well in the Thursday night game after Thanksgiving. So he should be good to go and be back for them. Only positive thing here is that he's kind of been battling a hamstring injury. So this extra time to rest should give him the ability to come back and be close to, if not 100%, going forward to finish out the season strong. So, yeah, it's just unfortunate that Amari Cooper won't be playing on Turkey Day.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, let's go on to next one here. We got
Hello there. Hey, listen, right now, I know we talk about them a lot, but Underdog Fantasy, it has a really good deal right now. It's a player pick'em app. It's a DFS app. It's very similar to DraftKings or FanDuel, but this is better. It's brand new, very easy to use interface. But if you download the app right now and use promo code AVG, they used to hook up with $10 with your first deposit. Right now, they're matching you up to $100. So if you put $100 in the app right now on your first deposit, you will get an extra $100 to play around with. They got player pick'ems. You can even do a private match inside Underdog Fantasy. It's pretty dope. So you can like challenge people and whatnot. You don't have to maintain a team for all year. So you can just draft your team, play that week, draft the next team next week. You could do it daily in like a Thursday night game as well. So go check it out. Tons of prizes. Free $100. Come on, sign up. It's the best. And use promo code AVG. Now back to your video.
CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is looking questionable for the Week 12 return. Do you think he will play? And if he does, what are we doing? We starting him or are we sitting him? What are we doing?
I mean, if CeeDee Lamb's, because he got the concussion, if you saw the play, it was like Dak underthrew him, so CeeDee Lamb was trying to make a play on the ball and kind of like, basically break up an interception from the defender. When they fell, he like whip-lashed back and hit the back of his head on the turf or the ground. So he's got the concussion. He's in the concussion protocol. Didn't practice Monday. Didn't practice Tuesday either. But they're saying that they are optimistic that by tomorrow, which would be Wednesday, or I guess today if you're watching this on Wednesday, that he'll be good to go and be able to get past the concussion protocol because he's making good progress through that protocol. I mean, and if CeeDee Lamb is healthy enough and he gets through the concussion protocol, I mean, he's in your lineup. It's 1,000%. Yeah. So this one is just one of those things you've got to monitor and just keep an eye on it. It could come down to potentially a game time decision. So just keep an eye on it. But if he's on the field, he's in your lineup.
Yeah, definitely. CeeDee Lamb, start him. We got our boy Michael Gallup. And this is the thing is if CeeDee Lamb is out, I mean, I'm 100% going to go ahead and start Michael Gallup. Because then you got Cedric Wilson. You got, Noah Brown.
That guy's terrible.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing here? Yeah, at that point, it's going to end up becoming – they can't just throw it to the running back. They can't throw it to Dalton Schultz every time. You're going to get into a situation where Michael Gallup is going to be the guy. That's if CeeDee Lamb does not play, especially. Even if he does, I think it's not a bad flex play.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, 10 targets last week, played 94% of the snaps.
10 targets is amazing.
That's a lot. Even if CeeDee Lamb plays, I'm still playing Michael Gallup. I think he finishes this week as a top 30 wide receiver, so he'd be a nice flex option for you this week. Let's say if you have Tyreek Hill on a bye, you're looking for somebody. He's probably widely available on the waiver wire. I think we talked about him on the waiver wire episode. Potentially go out and get Michael Gallup and throw him into your lineup because I think he does see probably another 8, 9, 10 targets in this matchup as well. Like Michael Gallup this week.
I like it. Let's move on to Cedric Wilson. Are you playing Cedric Wilson? This one's I'm okay on. I'm not going to.
I'm not high. Maybe this is more of like a DFS or, you're doing one of the those Thanksgiving Day daily fantasy lineups here. But I mean, does he have the potential to boom? I mean, any receiver does have the potential to boom, but I'm just gonna go on the side that he hasn't. He hasn't been able to boom, and I'm maybe I'm just being optimistic because I got CeeDee Lamb in a lot of leagues, but I'm hoping CeeDee Lamb can play, and if he does play, then I'm expecting a lot of Michael Gallup. I'm expecting a lot of CeeDee Lamb, and I'm not expecting too much of Cedric Wilson.
Listen, you're all in on the Cowboys. I'm all in on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. And I'm not all in on Cedric Wilson.
But you're all in on when you were talking about CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
But that leaves me with the biggest question is, Our boy Dalton Schultz. I've never been a big Dalton Schultz guy. I don't know I don't think you are either. But how do you feel in this matchup? I mean, if CeeDee Lamb and you got Amari Cooper out, then what? I mean, at that point, would you be down to play Dalton Schultz?
Yeah, I mean, Amari Cooper definitely out. CeeDee Lamb, like we said, to me, it's like 50-50 if he'll play or not. I mean, either way, whether CeeDee Lamb plays or not, obviously, I think if CeeDee Lamb plays, I think it actually helps Dalton Schultz because it opens the field up for him. CeeDee Lamb's the guy you have to account for, possibly even double team for the opposing defense. So, but I mean, Dalton Schultz last week, 8 targets, 6 catches, 53 yards. I do like him this week in a nice matchup against the Raiders. The Raiders have actually given up the 3rd most receptions to the tight end position. So yeah, I'm expecting Dak to lean on Dalton Schultz and him to see another, 7, 8 targets, probably get, for a large chunk of the season. I mean, he's got 5 games with 6 catches or more. So, I mean, it's, those are games with Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. So, I mean, if no Amari Cooper, potentially no CeeDee Lamb, does he see another 6 receptions in this game against a team that gives up the 3rd most receptions to the tight end position? I mean, I like it. All the numbers are trending in the right direction for him to be a solid play this week on Turkey Day.
Tied at 4th most fantasy points per game to the tight end position as well.
Nice.
And it's just Dalton Schultz. So, 10.5 points going to the tight end position on average against the Raiders. I like it. Dalton Schultz, I think you throw him in your lineup. Let's go on to the Dallas Cowboys defense. You going to start them this week if you have them? I think it's not a bad start.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad at it at all. I mean, when you're playing against Sid from Toy Story, I was just talking about how I'm not too hyped on him. I mean, I'm not too hyped on the running backs, Drake and Jacobs. Obviously,
all in on the Cowboys.
Obviously, Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow should get theirs to some degree at least. But, for what it's worth, the Cowboys, outside of that Broncos game where they gave 30 points to the Broncos at home, since their Week 7 bye, they haven't allowed a team to score over 20 points in 3 of the 4 games. Yeah, I like the Cowboys. Like I said, I think this is a get-right game for Dallas.
Cowboys have a defense?
Yeah.
Say what?
It's crazy last year because they were like one of the most historically worst defenses, right? It was last year, right?
Yeah, I remember what you were talking about.
They were just giving up 40, 50 points a game.
Yeah.
So.
And in the beginning of the season, we were like, yep, same old Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then Trayvon Diggs started catching. You know what it is? I feel like Trayvon Diggs got a couple of interceptions, and then everybody was writing articles about how the Cowboys have a defense, and then the defensive coordinator's like, oh shit, I should actually probably try it more. And I'm
yeah,
maybe I don't know.
Hey, did you like that video? No, not the one of Big Ben completely eating shit when nobody even touched him. I'm talking about our fantasy football video we just did. You just watched. Well, guess what? That was just a clip from the full audio podcast. So if you want to check out the whole thing, links down below. AVG Fantasy Football Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, all of them. Anywhere you can get audio podcasts, we're there. Go ahead and check it out. And if you don't want to look at your fantasy team to look the way Big Ben does right here, wait for it. Come on, replay. This is your fantasy team. But that won't be your fantasy team if you subscribe to AVG Fantasy Football. So go ahead, subscribe and like this video. Subscribe to the channel and like.